Class of '09, the game where you play as a moody 16-year-old girl who has to navigate herself through sussy teachers.
See, you just snap back like that. I like it. It's sexy.
You are saying this to a 16-year-old in the girls' locker room.
Come on, what's age?
Useless friends.
Are you so?
Oh my god, don't just ask that.
Seriously though?
Yes, very.
Yeah, me too.
Same.
And shitty siblings.
This is bad.
I'm just trying to score some 15-year-old Canadian.
Oh, I hate that guy. Anyway, let's cut to the chase, shall we? Okay, so I tried to play this shit like 3 times, but I got a shitty ending every time. So, I had to know if there even was a good ending to this game, By the way, the playthroughs are on my channel. What? You not gonna watch them? I'm not continuing this video until you do. Whatever. Okay, anyway, so first of all, this game has 15 endings, and I've decided to cut them into 2 groups. There's 4 main endings, as well as 11 alternate endings. Now, I know what you're thinking.
But why are you calling them main endings? Are they more canon or something?
No, they're not. Relax, bruh. Relax. I just call them that so it will be easier to follow along in this video. The big difference between the main endings and the alternate endings is that the main endings can be reached in several different ways, while the alternate endings can only be reached through one specific set of choices. And when it comes to the 4 main endings, I have decided to split them again into 2 groups of 2. Why, you ask? And that's because the 2 endings in each group require the exact same choices to be made, except the very last one. Actually, so to make it even easier for you to follow along, I will call the first group for the McDonald's endings. You'll get why later. And I'll call the other one, well, I think the pictures speak for themselves, but we'll call them the depression endings. Nice. Okay, so finally, before we begin, let me just be clear about one thing. Not every choice in this game matters when it comes to the endings. But still, most of them have some sort of impact when it comes to the game itself, especially the dialogue, which will be more PG rated the more you play like a bitch. Okay, so let's start a game.
Make no mistake. I'm a sociopath.
You can say a lot about Nicole, but at least she's self-aware. And so you start the game by getting into a crazy backstory, which honestly could be a whole damn game in itself. Thankfully, it's not though. Alright, so the game starts off. You're the new girl at school, and straight away the game throws the first choice at you. When this tryhard wants to show you around the school. His name is Crispin, but trust me, he's flirting, it's not crisp. Yeah, that's right. Now, you can choose whether you want to hang out with Crispin, which, well, doesn't exactly go smooth.
Why are you talking to me about video games?
Just something, what, you don't like play video games or something?
I'm a thin girl. Do I look like I play video games? I'd rather play dead at a necrophilia convention.
If you don't want to do that, you can choose to go to class instead and do a project with a certain weird anime kid.
I don't know you. Are you just chummy with everyone you meet?
Not everyone. But if they look the type to like anime, they may as well, right?
I'm sorry, I look like I like anime? How do I fix that?
No, that's a good thing. It means you're cool and different.
And 300 pounds.
Bruh.
You can also just skip class altogether and do drugs with this idiot.
Free Percocet? Hell yeah, hand it over.
This is actually my Mexican cartel supply, but it probably won't kill you.
But guess what? The first choice doesn't matter. As a matter of fact, the first couple of choices you make in this game have no impact on the ending at all. The first choice that actually does have an impact on the ending is when you have to decide whether you want to go to gym class or photography class. From here on out, the game can branch out in several directions. If you decide to go the gym route, it will give you a possibility of 11 different endings, while the photography route offers 10 different ones. And yes, the McDonald's and depression endings can be reached through both of them. So for the sake of it, let's start with the gym route. Everyone loves a little bit of gym, right? So if you choose to go to gym class, you will be greeted by probably the 3 lamest characters in the whole damn game. Yep, I know what I said. You'll now get a choice to either go to the locker room to change or to, just skip the entire gym class instead. These two choices can and will lead to different endings. So we'll start off by going to the locker room.
Having trouble, Nicole?
Once you're in the locker room, the gym teacher will sneak up on you, and yes, before you ask, he's absolutely what you think he is. A PDF file. Smooth. No, I don't want to be demonetized. Although I'm not even monetized yet.
You're feisty. I like that in my female students.
I got a feeling you like something else in your female students too.
Now, at this point, you can choose either to play along with this creepy flirting, or you can stream for help. Now, if you decide to stream...
The gym teacher's trying to
Honey, quiet down there. I need this job.
He won't get his hands off this minor ass! Oh my god, what are you doing in the girls' locker room? Were you really grabbing some minor ass?
Minor is in underage? I think my ass is pretty major, to be honest.
I've been at this school for 15 years. No one will believe you.
The teacher gets busted, he loses his job, and you get rich off the lawsuit. Good shit, girls. Going this route also ensures you end up in photography class later on, which is important to remember, as it is essential if you want to get the McDonald's endings. I will get back to that later. Now, if you decide to go the other way and humor his pathetic attempt at flirting instead, the game will give you a new option to go on a date with him. Yeah. And, well, if you go ahead with it, who the hell would even do that? Well, anyway, you will get a new important choice. You can either go back to his place or make a scene. If you decide to make a scene, a pretty funny situation will happen.
Why don't you put your hand on my thigh? Give me a preview.
I bet the skin on him smooth and tight.
Everything's tight when you're 16.
Get your hand off my leg! Help! Stop!
What the f*** are you doing?
Sir, back away from the girl. What's the problem here?
This is my gym teacher! He just started getting all sexual out of nowhere!
Is this true, sir?
No, well, yes, but they have the gym teachers do sexual education now.
As you probably realize, that excuse wasn't worth shit.
Well, coach, the only place you're coming is downtown.
I'll kill you and your whole family too!
Hey man, I got you arrested. You don't gotta do me that favor.
And you get him jailed once again, which is honestly pretty hilarious. And then you'll end up in photography class later on. But if you decide to go back to his place...
Yeah, coach, I'm down.
Good girl. Just so you know, you're gonna have to earn it.
Do whatever you want. The money outweighs the trauma.
Well... he chokes you to death. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the first ending of this game, which I like to call Ending 1. Coach gives you the D, and the D stands for death. Now, if you instead decide to be smart about this and refuse his dating, aka harassment offer, you will go back to gym class and have a standoff about dodgeball with this idiot again.
Sorry, I didn't know dodgeball was a long-term goal for you.
You know, what if? What if it's a long-term goal for me, huh?
His name is Kyler, but I'll just call him an idiot from now on. Cause he pretty much is.
You know, you're kind of cool for a girl.
Thanks. Sorry, you're just not a person who warrants return compliments.
Man, you're honest too? That's kind of hot. Hey, do you wanna like hang out later?
Anyway, you get an option to go to his house with him. If you refuse, and rightly so...
Sorry, I don't know the politically correct way of asking this, but are you actually...
You will once again end up in photography class. If you go, however, you will no longer be able to get the McDonald's endings. But you can still get the depression endings plus 3 alternate ones, which I like to call the Kyler endings. Nicole starts to roast him for being useless.
You're a lacrosse player. There's no offhand chance I miss out on a millionaire husband. Literally no one gives a shit about lacrosse but the people who play it.
That's not true. My dad likes lacrosse.
And she's right. I mean, who even knows what lacrosse is, bruh? Anyway, you get the option to either reject him straight up or play around with the leverage his affection gives you.
Does lacrosse involve beating the shit out of that one kid?
What one kid?
The one who likes Japan a lot? Jeffrey?
What? Oh, yeah, totally. Me and the other guys f with his ass all the time.
Bruh. If you reject him, you will get one of the depression endings, which I will also get back to later. If you, on the other hand, decide to play around with him, you will get one of 3 alternate Kyler endings, which are pretty interesting to say the least. Okay, so first off, you get the counselor jailed, which is funny as
We could spend the rest of the afternoon together. The evening too.
Help! You got another guy trying to date minors in here!
Okay, calm down. Forget I said anything.
Dude, you can't get rejected and then pretend you didn't ask me out. Quick, Principal Lynn, anyone?
What is going on in here? Nicole, why are you screaming?
He literally just invited me over to
Excuse me, is this true?
Well, I didn't use the F word.
Fuck! No! This is all your fault, you
And when you go outside after you screw him over, well, guess who you see then? Yup, this idiot again.
Press now!
Kyler, get down from there!
Oh, I will. I'm gonna jump for you, Nicole.
Impress me or die trying.
So if I die, you'll be my girlfriend? I don't have it all figured out yet, but like, I'm gonna do some amazing shit to make you love me. You're so worth it for sure.
Kyler, like the idiot he is, decides to jump from the roof.
Ow.
And no, you cannot stop him no matter what you do. And while he gets taken to the ambulance, you get a new choice.
I don't think I'll be able to support us as a pro lacrosse player anymore.
That was the plan?
But it doesn't mean anything. We'll figure it out together, right?
If you lie to him about being his girlfriend so it hurts worse for him later, you will start talking to the principal afterwards.
Is there anything you learned today?
That men will do literally anything for sex, but honestly, I learned that years ago.
There, you will get a new choice. If you then decide to use the house key Kyler gave you earlier, you end up going to his house for his free drugs.
Really glad I let him give me that key now. If he's in the hospital for a month, he won't be missing any of his shit. Oh my god, there's enough Percocet here to get surgery awake. I'm snagging all of this. How many milligrams to just stop feeling emotions in general?
You also end up going to rehab. Yup, too much of the good stuff will kill you, Nicole. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is ending number 2. Rehab. I would use the rehab song now, but you know, YouTube, copyright strike and all that, yeah, fuck. If you on the other hand decide to go home, you will get the same outcome as if you chose to tell Kyler that you only date men who walk.
Sorry, I only date men who can walk.
What? But I did all this for you.
I didn't ask for all this.
But now I can't walk.
Sucks to be you, dude.
Which is both kind of funny and also kind of fucked up.
Yeah, I am. And he didn't even kill himself. He's fine in the hospital.
I just got off the phone with your principal and he was pronounced dead 20 minutes ago.
In this scenario, Kyler ends up dying from blood loss. And after talking with Jekka, you get a final decision on how to exploit this power you have. Over men especially. Which will lead to 2 different endings. You can either decide to make a vlog, which will lead to ending 3, where you become YouTube famous, or you can use your power in another way, which basically means
You're a smart boy, right? Let's make a deal. You do all my homework and slip me every test answer, and I won't force you to kill yourself.
Really? You do that for me? I never thought a girl would be this nice to me.
you force Jeffrey to do your schoolwork, and you graduate with straight A's, which will lead to ending 4, valedictorian. I'd say those 2 endings are pretty good, considering you just made a guy self-delete himself. You know what? Nah, I take that back. It was Kyler after all. Nobody gives a shit. Now, if we go back to the very first decision after choosing gym. Oh, you thought we were done here yet? Psych! Now, if you choose to skip gym, you will end up talking to Jeffrey again on the sidelines.
So, gym class. Showing our education system is pure evil.
The conversation starts innocent enough, but not even 2 seconds later.
Cause I like some wild here and there. You probably couldn't handle it.
And in order to get the McDonald's ending here, you have to choose vicious reality check and roast his little ass.
And I'm not a nerd, I'm a geek. There's a difference.
Sorry, which one grows up to be a and which one grows up to be a
And then, when Kyler comes in, let him beat Jeffrey's little anime ass to oblivion.
Wow, Jeff, didn't know you liked girls.
Who is this Jeff you speak of? The name's Jeffrey, thank you.
Yeah, see? More of that cartoon-sounding shit.
He won't stop talking to you or something?
Yeah, make yourself useful and kick his ass for me.
You're hot enough to listen to, sure.
Oh, please, no. Not in the face. My glasses are brand new. Can't we just read some manga?
That will make sure you end up in photography class. On the other hand, if you decided to delay a possible school, bam bam.
I guess not.
Yeah, will you sit at lunch with me? I got a table all to myself, right outside the pizza line.
I'd like to, but I told someone else I was gonna sit with them today, so sorry.
Oh, who?
I forgot I'm new here.
You will get one of the depression endings. As an alternate choice, if you decide to instead be curious towards Jeffrey and let him talk about his interests, which are pretty fancy to say the least.
So you like him how much taller than you exactly?
At least like 12 feet taller, preferably 50. I want to be picked up with only 2 of her fingers.
Well, in the end, you end up exposing him to the whole school.
Maybe I should grow 40 feet. Then you'd really like me.
Hey, how'd you... I can't believe this. She told everyone?
It's okay, Jeffrey. Run away with me. I'll stuff you in my back pocket.
Ugh, just shut up.
He's feisty today. Meow.
Even the principal makes fun of his dumb
Who's
ass.
going around about him, and you should all be ashamed of yourselves.
Thank you. I was really...
Just because he prefers alternative forms of sexual intercourse does not mean he should be ridiculed.
Sorry, I'm a little out of the loop. What do you mean by alternative?
Oh, God.
Jeffrey here prefers to be stepped on by women who look like cats, as opposed to standard intercourse with a human woman.
Will this stop?
Poor Jeffrey, man.
The
After
only one to
class,
hear
he
this.
confronts you, where he
Tonight,
threatens
when my
to
mom's out with
self-delete.
her new boyfriend, I'm gonna take the entire bottle. I'm going to...
Here, you get another important decision. You can call him out on his bluff, or try to reason with him. If you reason with him, he'll calm down.
Don't try to talk me out of it. There's really no place for people like me.
What are people like you like?
I want 40-foot tall women with cat features to step on me.
Big deal.
Okay, so it's not the end of the world. It's still the end of my social life.
Jeffrey, what social life?
And you'll once again get one of the depression endings. But if you were to try to call him out though...
I'm sorry, did you think I have any form of emotional attachment to you?
So you used me. You were a new student trying to look cool, so you just used me.
No shit. In what world does a girl like me take interest in you? If you're that stupid, maybe you should kill yourself.
Well, let's just say that Jeffrey does listen to you in the end. And he self-deletes, but not before deleting everyone else as well. GG. And yep, that leads to ending 5. The school bam bam. That's all for the gym route. As for the main endings, like I said, I will get back to that later. Now, for the photography route, if at this point you decide to skip manual labor, you will meet Crispin in the girls' bathroom. Yeah, I don't know why he's there either, but we can all take a guess, right? He asks Nicole whether she wants to hang out, and from here, the game can go in 3 different directions, depending on how you handle this. If you reject him ASAP, although in a nice way, you get the depression endings. If you choose to play around with Crispin, the same way you can with Kyler in the previous endings.
Show me what? I don't see... Oh my god, all 3 inches of it? What the f***? Why?
He will end up sending you a dick pic, like the tryhard he is. No pun intended. Now, while holding the evidence in your hand, the choice is yours for how you respond to it. If you choose to ignore it and hopefully forget about it with some good-ass therapy, probably not working, you'll once again get the depression endings. However, you can also choose to screw him over and send the picture to everyone else at school.
Hey guys, what's going on here? We having fun? You hear the new drops at the CD shops?
Oh, hey, Crispin.
Yeah, I would have, but my after-school time was kind of short.
Yeah, it wasn't long at all, right?
Oh, sucks to hear, bro. What happened?
Literally everyone at school seen your micro...
What? No way. How? Because you took a picture of it, you f***ing idiot.
Nicole's mom confronts her about it.
Nicole, there's something we need to talk about.
Oh god, not you too.
Your principal called and told me there was a problem at school. A boy sent you some unsolicited pictures?
If you're honest with her and tell her it was all bullshit, you'll end up in photography class. But if you try to push it and get Crispin expelled, you'll get yet another alternate ending.
Sorry, sorry I'm a disappointment, Mom. I'd want a daughter who gets A's on math tests instead of D's to the face.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
I'm calling the school to get him expelled.
Oh, alright. I guess that's fine too.
And if they don't, I'm filing a lawsuit. We'll even move if we have to.
What? Again? But I just...
Ending 6. Moving. And the circle continues for poor Nicole. Now, if we go back to the very beginning of the photography route and decide to help Mr. White, the game goes in a very different direction. Let me just tell it right now. Once in the back room with him, he decides to strike up a conversation with you.
Well, you see, Nicole, I didn't actually call you in for chemical cleaning. Needed you alone to ask something else.
Here it comes.
Bruh. He ends up asking if you want to go and model for his shoots.
How would you like to model for some community service hours?
No way I'm getting naked on camera for the community. At least $500.
Naked? No, absolutely not. You're a minor after all.
If you refuse, you'll once again end up in photography class later on. But if you agree, he'll take you out for a shooting, and that's when Nicole realizes that this dude is more than just an old, innocent man.
I love our race, and I'm proud of it. This is the first shoot of many, Nicole.
Cool. Will I get paid next time?
How would you like $50 a shoot? It adds up.
Sweet, yeah. Anytime, any place.
Now that I know you're on board for the racial purification of this country, you deserve it.
Oh.
Yeah, to put it straight, dude is a straight up racist. When talking to Jekka about it later, Jekka wants to confront Mr. White about his racism. If you choose to comply, you will go with her to confront Mr. White.
Is that why you're teaching here? To convert quirky art girls into clan members?
Well, when you put it that way, it sounds too easy. The art school girls are absolutely terrified of black people. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Bruh. Who honestly doesn't really give a shit.
If you don't cut this shit out, we're gonna stop it.
You're two little teenage girls. You have no power over me or my people.
This choice will lead to the depression endings. But if you decide that Mr. White isn't worth it, and you'd rather check what the janitor's packing, you will get one of 3 alternate endings. As it so happens, in this route, Jekka is surprisingly convinced by Mr. White to join his cause.
Yeah, about that. So I was talking to him, kinda confronting him, and his arguments weren't that out there.
I don't get it. He's a political extremist. How is he not out there?
And you even get the choice of whether you'd want to join his cause too. If you agree, you get ending 7, going to prison. So basically, he made you make a bomb, which he then used to delete himself and a whole lot of other people. Bruh. Why am I not even surprised at that, bruh? Now, if you disagree and refuse to join Mr. White...
You know what? Forget it. Just do what you want. I'd rather have a white nationalist lunch friend than no friend at all.
The school will gradually be overtaken by a growing number of white nationalists.
All these Mexican kids act like America's so racist when they got the red carpet rolled out for everything.
You mean like affirmative action? I think that's what they call it.
I call it fucking gay.
Including all of Nicole's
Oh,
classmates.
cool. You joined too?
Yeah, it's my heritage. I have to support it.
I want rap music off the radio so wigger kids like you could suffer.
How am I a wigger?
Just like liking black people or something, whatever.
I could have sworn there were less of you last week.
Now, at one point, you will meet Jeffrey in the school hall. And if you decide to give him some flirty attention, he decides to give up the cause pretty much straight away for some free kitty.
Having a girlfriend's way more important than the final solution.
Dude, what?
Which, let's be honest there, that's completely reasonable. Unfortunately for him, he gets absolutely smoked by the rest of the gang as a result.
Mr. White trained me for this moment. Aryan students?
Imperial Scribe Jekka!
How may we serve you? Are you actually just gonna have him killed right here?
Well, duh, but it's just politics, you know.
Help me!
Rest in peace, Jeffrey. Which also leads us to ending 8. Jekka goes to prison. These endings just get wilder and wilder, man. Now, if you instead decide to take a video of the gang shouting slogans, Nicole ends up posting the video to Nation of Islam. And, well, let's just say that it doesn't end well for the school after that. Ending 9, school burns down. And that's it for the photography route as well. Now, if you have already chosen to go one of the routes that leads you to the photography class, you will end up in this situation.
Did I really forget my eyeliner?
Ahem. Ahem.
Dude, you really need that cough like that. It's kind of annoying.
This isn't cosmetics class, Nicole.
I'll be done in like 2 seconds. Just calm down.
Now, Nicole.
Most of the available choices here will lead you to McDonald's endings, but there's one exception. If you first decide to give Mr. White the passive-aggressive eye roll treatment,
you're on thin ice right now.
You're on your 4th wife right now because you couldn't make it as a photographer.
I heard it was only 3.
That's it. Both of you have detention this afternoon.
and then lie to the principal about him being a PDF file.
And Mr. White said
you were talking out of turn with extreme vulgarity.
Well, yeah, you would too if he was groping you all over mid-lecture.
And then double down to your own mother about his actions.
No, wait, you're actually gonna do something about it? Aren't we broke?
Oh, I just tell you that so you never ask me to buy you things. This is serious.
Wow, I mean, you know good lawyers?
I've been married 8 times. I'm well connected.
You will end up in court against him and the rest of the school. And when you're in court, you're faced with one final decision. If you go all out, you win the lawsuit and move to LA to live out your days as a rich woman. Yup. Ending 10, life in Los Angeles. Pretty nice, honestly. Maybe I should do something like that too. No, I'm kidding. Now, if you back out, the lawyer will pretty much call you out on your bullshit and Nicole will finally admit she made it all up.
What?
I made it up. The whole thing.
This will basically ruin her family's entire financial future, and Nicole gets thrown out and ends up homeless. Once again, a happy ending, huh? That's it for the alternate endings. Now on to the main ones. So if you ended up in photography class and basically made any other choice than the ones I just showed you, you will get a McDonald's ending. What that means is pretty much that this idiot Tyler
What's up, you ho-
will ask to come to a party he's not invited for.
Well, can I tag along with you guys? This weekend's gonna be so boring if I can't go.
I don't want to be responsible for you ruining the party, but I also don't want to be responsible for you crashing it out of roid rage. Nicole's choice.
And you get a final decision on whether you want to refuse him or let him join under one condition. If you decide to refuse him, Jeffrey will later take a bikini photo of Nicole with a school camera and blackmail her as a result.
Come on, just throw the film out.
I'm afraid I can't do that. Every boy with a crush on you should pay top dollar for these prints. Or maybe I could hang a giant poster of it out front, humiliating you the way you've humiliated me time after time.
What? Because I called you a future in chemistry last year? Kate, sorry, now throw it out.
You won't convince me otherwise.
In order to stop this, Nicole breaks into the school to destroy all the camera equipment. But she gets busted in the act and ends up working at some fast food joint after being expelled. Hence, the McDonald's ending. If you, on the other hand, decide to let this idiot join the party, Nicole will ask him to destroy the camera equipment to spite Mr. White. Ooh, that rhymed. Jeffrey will still take a photo of Nicole in this route, but this time,
Jeffrey's given me reason to believe you're the one who destroyed the school photo lab last night.
No. I was at home all night mulling over ways to myself.
In my office, now. Out of the 10 students we questioned, no one else had anything close to resembling a motive.
Well, go ask 10 more.
Hey, Miss Lynn, sorry. Just got to school. I'm signing in late again.
In the middle of something here.
Oh, with the student? Nicole? Hey, I did the video. You better make good with that pool party plus one.
What video?
You don't remember? If I posted a viral video, you'd let me go with you?
What is this? Get out!
No, wait, it's only like a minute, see?
Yeah?
Yo, what's up? This is Kyler. Let's break this ass photo lab.
Oh my god.
Photography. It's for people who like animals.
Nicole, leave my office. Kyler, could I have a word with you?
Yeah, what's up?
You're expelled!
Kyler is the one who gets caught like an idiot, and he gets expelled as a result. This route ends with Nicole getting to graduate after calling out the whole school for their bullshit. Yeah, I basically just called this a McDonald's ending too because, well, probably she'll just end up at McDonald's again. So that's it for the McDonald's endings. Now, if you for any reason chose a route that led to the depression endings, Nicole will end up going on a bunch of dates with guys she doesn't even like. AKA, she ends up depressed and, well, let's just say her friends doesn't exactly do anything to help her.
Well, if you're so just go home and kill yourself.
When Crispin, of all people, shows up to remind Nicole of their concert date, you get a final important decision. If you decide to end Nicole's suffering, well, Nicole will go home and, well, try to do exactly that. Big shocker. However, Nicole's mom finds her in time to save her. But as a result, Nicole gets locked up in a mental asylum until she reaches the age of 18. And that's it for the second last ending. Ending 14. Mental asylum. Now, for the last ending, and arguably the worst one, if you decide to go to the concert, the gym coach, who was previously fired, approaches you and tries to get Nicole to come with him to his car. She refuses, and as a result, the coach starts a rumor around school that she slept with the whole football team, which pretty much angers all the guys who went on dates with her. So pretty much the whole school hates her at this point. So you get a choice to go to either your own mom or a counselor for help, but honestly, neither of them are pretty helping at all.
Are we being a tease, Nicole?
And you're actually employed here?
Don't deflect. You're usually so sharing.
How am I sharing?
For instance, how you shared your body with the varsity football team.
No.
I think I'll take you out on a personal field trip. I'd love to explore this curious side of you.
Go f yourself. I'm seeing the principal.
Might not be the best use of your time. Principal Lin knows too. We all do. The faculty can't have over protecting one amorous girl now, can they?
I can.
So, yeah, in the end, Nicole commits self-delete. Ouch. Yeah. Ending 15, self-delete. So yeah, that's it. That's all 15 endings of a class of 09. It's kind of ironic, honestly, but it almost feels like the more you act like an in this game, the more the game rewards you with good endings. Who would have thought? Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something. Probably not, but I hope it was entertaining at least. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Right?
Right?
Alright, thank you so much for watching.